There is a brand new awesome launcher to unlock in Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone Season 5 Reloaded, and today I'll show you how to unlock it quickly and easily. Now this DLC weapon is classed as a launcher, but it's basically a bow which performs very well in the game. I really enjoyed using it, so I'll show you the fastest way to unlock this new Torque 35 bow in Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. If you go and find this useful, be sure to leave a like and feel free to check out my other Season 5 guides. Before we carry on with the video, if you're looking to permanently unlock the new Modern Warfare 3 Mastery camos, or play in bot lobbies to max out your guns and unlock camos quickly, or get your hands on an instant delivery pre-made account, then be sure to check out MitchCactus.com. These guys are the biggest and most reliable sellers with tons of offerings for Modern Warfare 3 with completely safe and legitimate services on all platforms. So far they've almost 10,000 reviews on Trustpilot, so if any of that sounds good to you guys, then make sure to use code RAGER for 5% off for a limited time only. Check out the link in the description. Without further ado, let's look at how to unlock it. Okay, so to unlock this new Torque 35 bow, you need to complete a challenge, and the challenge is basically a weekly challenge. It's from week 5 of the season, so what you need to do is complete any 5 challenges from week 5, and if you do that, you'll unlock this weapon. Now these challenges can be done in Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, Warzone and zombies as well, and it can be a mix across any of these 3 game modes. You don't have to do them all in one game mode like multiplayer. You could do them across any of the modes, all in one or mixture. It really doesn't matter. As long as you do 5 challenges, you'll get this weapon unlocked. So let's start with multiplayer, then we'll talk about zombies, and then we'll talk about Warzone, and I'll talk about some of the easiest challenges to do in each of them. So starting out with multiplayer, I'd recommend, in terms of what modes you want to play a small map mosh pit, which includes maps like Meat, Rushed, Shipment, Stash House, those kinds of maps. Or otherwise there's the new Season 5 map mosh pit, which includes maps like Bait and Yard. So for multiplayer, what are the easiest challenges you want to focus on? Well, the first one is to use a field upgrade 15 times. Now this is fairly straightforward. You literally just use the field upgrade, just call it in 15 times. So I'd recommend using a field upgrade that's easy to use and refreshes quite fast, such as the DDoS. You get this quite quickly, especially on a map like Shipment. You can easily do it in 1 to 2 matches. So just keep calling it in as soon as you earn it to get the next one. Just keep getting lots of XP from kills, objective, using equipment, that kind of thing, and that's going to get you more score to get you more DDoSes and so on. The next easy challenge to focus on is to get 20 operator kills with explosions. Now this includes lethal equipment explosions, so like Semtexes and C4. It also includes launchers, it includes kill streaks. Anything that causes explosive damage will count, so it's kind of fairly easy. You just make sure you build your class to include all of those things like lethal equipment, maybe put on a launcher like an RGL for the secondary, and then put on some explosive kill streaks as well. The next challenge is to get 25 operator kills with alternate ammo equipped to a weapon, and I'd basically make any class put on whatever weapon you want, but make sure you, for the attachments in Gunsmith, put on a different ammo type under the ammo tab on the weapon in Gunsmith. So if you do that, use literally any type of ammo, it will count towards these 25 kills, and then just get the kills and you'll be done, which is fairly straightforward, fairly easy. You can get it in 1 to 2 matches, no problem. Moving on, the next challenge says to get 5 operator kills with claymores, proximity mines, or C4. So again, this pairs quite nicely with the explosive kills challenge. So basically I'd put on something like a C4, or you can put on proximity mines, whatever you want, and basically place the explosive in high flow areas. So for example, in enemy spawn points, on objectives, in the middle of the map, places like that, and just use that. That will get you a few kills. It won't take too long at all. You'll get your 5 kills, and it will also count towards the 20 explosive kills, which is great. The final challenge I'd recommend focusing on for multiplayer is to get 5 operator kills with kill streaks. Now this can be a little bit more tricky depending on how you are with kill streaks. Just obviously try and earn them as easily as you can. Try not to die, try and get your kills obviously, but I recommend first changing kill streaks to score streaks so that score will count from objectives and equipment and stuff. It's not just about getting kills, so that'll make it easier to earn them. And I recommend putting on some lower streaks if you struggle, so ones like the mosquito drone, any of the score streaks you can call in which causes explosions, things like that. But literally anything that you can kill an enemy with a sentry turret, anything, put on some of the lower score streaks. You'll earn quite a few in a match anyway probably, so just do that 5 times to get kills and you'll be good to go. Those are the main challenges I'd focus on for multiplayer. Obviously there are other ones, but those are the easiest ones. If you had to do all 5 in multiplayer, those are probably the 5 I do, but I'd recommend doing a few of the easier ones we've mentioned and then focusing on some of the other easy ones in zombies and Warzone, which I'll talk about now. So for zombies, what are the easy challenges you want to focus on? Well, the first one is to get 300 toxic damage kills. Now basically toxic damage is like the brain rot ammo mod, so basically it's saying get 300 kills with the brain rot ammo mod equipped. This is fairly straightforward, and in order to get kills in zombies, there's 2 main things you can do. The first thing is exfil farming, so just go to an exfil, call in the helicopter, and lots of zombies will spawn, especially in the tier 1 zone where it's nice and easy. Do that lots of times, that will get you kills. The other thing is the Outlast contract glitch. So if you start an Outlast contract, head to that location, activate the P&D, and then stay in the zone to about 90 to 95% capture rate. Then open your map, hold Y or triangle to cancel the contract, and the zombies will keep on spawning even though you've cancelled the contract. So that will get you unlimited kills. Just get some kills easily with that or the exfil farming method. And like I say, make sure you put on the brain rot ammo mod before you start the game. If you've got this schematic, obviously use that. If you haven't, you'll have to find the brain rot ammo mods in the game. You can find them from Ether Nests, Ether Strongholds, lots of loot crates, things like that. Just keep opening them and eventually you'll find it. Another similar challenge is to get 150 kills with with cryo freeze with a battle rifle. So just pop on a battle rifle when you head into zombies and make sure you equip the cryo freeze ammo mod, again either from a schematic or getting the ammo mods from ether nests, ether strongholds, or like ether crates, places like that, and before long you'll find one. Just equip that and get these 150 kills with a battle rifle. Zombies will sometimes also drop them if you kill them, so that can be useful as well. The next challenge I focus on is to get 300 kills with a scoped battle rifle. This is obviously very similar to the previous challenge, so make sure you put on a battle rifle. Ideally I'd kind of combine those two challenges, so put on the cryo freeze ammo mod and put on a scope and get the 300 kills basically, and you'll be good to go. Again, you can use that method we mentioned about getting kills either with exfil farming or by doing the Outlast contract glitch. Following on from this, the next challenge is to drink 10 Coca-Cola cans, and it doesn't say anything about how you get them or when you use them and so on. So basically you can use any perks from schematics. So if you've got schematics, like equip all those perks and drink them as soon as you get into the game. Otherwise you can earn them from contracts, you can buy them from perk machines, or get them from the Wonder Fizz Coca-Cola machine in tier 3 zone where you can buy all of them from one machine. Otherwise you have to go to the individual machines around the map to get them. Make sure you got a bit of money from doing contracts and things to do that. Also, if you do some of the tier 1 to 3 missions, once you complete it you'll get a perk, so you can use them as well to get perks. So very easy to get 10 perks, just drink them and then you will have completed that challenge. And the final main challenge I'd focus on for zombies is to clear 5 infested strongholds. Now to be clear, this is the infested strongholds, not the ether nests. They are different. I'll show you what they look like. You don't want to go to the ether nests, they are not the same. I'd recommend doing these strongholds in the tier 1 or tier 2 zone. Ideally do all the ones in tier 1 around you and then go to tier 2 if you need to. Make sure you have a gas mask, ideally the durable one, but a plain one's fine. If it runs low, just make sure to go to an ammo crate and refill your gas mask so that you don't run out. You just need to destroy those little yellow zombie spores, and if you destroy all of them, you'll get rid of the gas obviously. Kill all the zombies in it, and the strongholds, especially in tier 2, often have bosses, particularly mimics, which will often hide as other items, so make sure you look out for them so they don't overwhelm you. If you're struggling getting overwhelmed by either the gas or by zombies, just step out, kill some zombies and head back in, but they should be fairly straightforward. And those are the main challenges I'd focus on in zombies. Finally, we'll talk about Warzone. So in Warzone there are a few main challenges I'd focus on. So the first one is in Warzone, open 50 loot caches. Now this might sound quite daunting, but basically you can open any containers like loot boxes, duffel bags, fridges, lockers, first aid kits, mirrors, anything that you can open and get something out of it and it will pop up saying XP is a loot cache. So open 50 of them is very easy to do. There's tons of them in the game, so just go to an area that's slightly more out the way, away from the flight path, with lots of buildings. Go into each building, there'll be quite a few in each building, just pop from building to building and very quickly you'll get 50, so it shouldn't be a problem at all. It'll get you lots of XP as well along the way. The next one I focus on is to complete 10 contracts. So the easy ones I'd recommend completing are Intel, Scavenger and Most Wanted, and particularly I'd focus on Most Wanted, first because you get more XP, but also because the Most Wanted contracts you have to survive for 4 minutes as like a Most Wanted target, but you can actually shorten it by opening loot containers, which obviously funnily enough is the challenge we just talked about, so you can combine them to make it easier. So basically I'd spawn in, I'd start a Most Wanted contract, then I would go and open loot containers, because that will get you your 50 loot caches you need, but it will also run down the Most Wanted timer, meaning the challenge will finish more quickly and therefore you can move on to the next contract. So it's completing 2 challenges in one, so definitely would recommend on that. And if you do that as well, if you do those things we're talking about in Plunder, you can complete the next challenge, which says in Warzone place in the top 10 5 times. So basically if you play Plunder, open lots of loot containers and do contracts such as Most Wanted, you're going to get lots of cash, and also pick up cash in unsearched rooms, you know, sell any items you pick up at the buy station. If you get all that cash, you're going to place really well in the game, especially if you're playing with teammates. You can easily get into the top 10. So if you do that 5 times, it's not a problem at all. Obviously it takes a bit longer because you've got to play more matches, but it's something you can easily do over time, so don't worry about it too much. If you're just focusing on Warzone, this is one I'd do. If you're not, then I'd try and do something a little bit quicker, but it's still easy, it just takes a little bit of time. And then the other main contracts in Warzone are just the 4 variants of in Warzone Fortune's Keep, get 10 operator kills in and then a specific region such as the north, the west, the east or the south. So obviously just try and get kills in those regions. There's not really much I can suggest. Try to go to popular areas. You can down the enemies with any weapon and then swap to something easier if you want. And just use whatever weapon you're comfortable with and just keep doing that. It won't take too long at all. So if you do any 5 of those challenges, you will unlock this new Torque 35 launcher, or basically bow. And if you guys found this useful, then be sure to drop a like on the video and check out my other season 5 guides like how to level up the battle pass, how to level up weapons, zombies guides, camo guides, that kind of thing. And I'll also probably have a class setup video for this Torque 35 as well. And if I do make that, I will obviously link that as well for you guys. There'll be a card on screen and a link in the description. I'm also covering how to unlock the other new weapon, the Spear, in season 5 Reloaded, so feel free to check that out as well if you need help with unlocking it from the battle pass. But anyway, thank you for watching, hope you found it useful, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.